When he reached,
Why was he not noticing about the singing of the birds and this? Why he was not noticing?
because he was sad.
Very good, because he was sad. Very good. Today we are studying the sixth part of chapter 1. Okay? The mayor of the Casterbridge, chapter 1 hai, and part is sixth part. What is the topic today? Difficult problems. Now, what the problems he is facing? Last time we have studied that he was drunk and he sold his wife, and the wife went with the sailor along with the girl. That's all. Girl means Elizabeth Jane, her name was. Now, start from here. The morning sun was pouring through a gap between the canvas sheet of the tent when the man awoke. The morning sun was pouring. Pouring means the sunlight was coming from the gap between the canvas sheet of the tent, and when the man awoke. When the man awoke, the sunlight was coming. Now you can understand this in a very easy way. It was very warm, and a single big blue fly buzzed musically round and round, and there was nobody in the tent, so that's why he just saw a bee that was flying of blue color, and it was flying musically. Musically means what? When the bee fly, it makes sound. Its wings made sound musically, just like a music is going on. Okay, you have seen the mosquitoes, you have seen the bees. Okay, when they fly, so a sound comes. So in the same way, the sound of the bee was coming, only the flying of the bees. Beside the buzz of the fly, there was not a single sound, and there was no sound at all, only the buzz of the fly. Buzz of the fly, any noise of the fly. It's like this. He looked about at the benches, at the tables, at his basket of tools. Among them, he saw a small shining ring and picked it up. It was a wife's ring. What was that shining object? The shining object was his wife's ring. A confused picture of the event of the previous evening seemed to come back to him. Now, a confused picture, because he just awoke from the sleep. So, the senses never come at once when you awoke. So, you can't understand and remember the things, what happened in the night. You will take time to think about that. In the same way, a confused picture of the event of the previous evening. What was happened yesterday? What happened yesterday? Now he can't remember it clearly in his mind. That was a dim memory, not the clear memory. Actually, it was dim memory. Yes. And he put his hand into his pocket. What did he do? He put his hand into his pocket. Then the rustling sound of the paper, the rustling sound of the, not the paper, they are paper means banknotes, and banknotes, new banknotes. So when the banknotes, so they are new. So when you put it in the pocket and you just put your hand, so they will just make a noise is coming. So this is called rustling of the note, because they were new notes, and there were banknotes, bilkul new notes. The second proof of the dim memories was enough. So the second proof of the dim memories, second proof was what was the second proof? The second proof was about the note, which was in his pocket, and that was making the memory clear now. Okay, that what was dim now it is clear. Feeling the bank note in his pocket, now he can understand. Whatever he is thinking, it is now clear that he has sold his wife, and he is taking the money in his pocket now. He remained seated looking at the ground at some time. Now, when the person think what he has done, so he will just sit like this, and he will think on just keeping an eye on the ground with an empty mind. No, he was just thinking what has gone, everything is gone. I must put things right as soon as I can. What did he decide? He decided to put the things as soon as in a right order. How? I must put things right as soon as I can, he said deliberately. Deliberately, yani decidedly. He decided. As though he could not catch his thoughts unless he spoke them. Oh, she's gone. Gone with the sailor who bought her and little Elizabeth Jane. Now he's thinking, she has gone. Now sitting like this, he said, He is remembering his wife. She has gone with the sailor who has bought her, and little Jane also. She has taken my daughter also. I remember now, we walked here and I had the furmity. I remember now, we walked here and I had the furmity with rum in it. Now he's remembering all these things, how he drunk and what happened. And I sold her. Now what am I to do? Now what will I do? I have sold my wife. He was just now very feeling bad about that. Lifting the tent flap, he went out into the open air. Now, when someone feels like bad and with the bad memories, so he just want to go out of the tent so that he can just breathe in an open air or go be morning fresh air. So he went out of the tent. Here the man looked around with a gloomy curiosity, very sadness. He just looked here and there and he was very sad with a curiosity. Everything was looking very strange to him. Uh, the freshness of the September morning made him feel better. The freshness of the morning of the month of September, when it is very hot in the night, but in the day it is cool. So it become the person become more fresh when he go out in the morning in the fresh air. He feels better. He and his family had been tired when they had arrived. Now he remembered that when they arrived here, so, they were very family, and his wife and his daughter, and he was very tired. They all were very tired. His whole family was tired when they arrived. They had only seen a little of the place, so he now looked at it as for the first time. So now he was looking that this is all first time, because in the night they couldn't see anything. They couldn't see anything. They were just they wanted to eat something and they wanted to have a place to sleep. So that's why they didn't look here and there. Okay. Now he's seeing. Now he can see in the morning. Okay, what type of village was that? So now he's saying. So he looked now at it for the first time. Now he's looking. Though he came in the night, but night he couldn't see anything. So the fairground was on the top of the open hill. Where was the fairground?
On the top of the
Very good. A winding road approached the hill, and there were some woods on side of it. At the bottom stood the village. Now I can show you what the winding road means. The road is coming like this. This is the road. Now here is the. There are. These are trees. You can say. You can do like this. These are trees. These are trees. Okay. Here also the trees. These are trees. Okay. Now he saw this lane, and this is going.
one.
At the top of the hill, what was there? At a winding road approached the hill, and there were some woods on side of it. At the bottom stood the village. Up here, this is all road, and here the village was there. Village was there here. Yeah, this is village. Okay. At the bottom of this, the village, and here, yeah, this is all what? Hill. This is hill, and at the bottom of this, there is
Village.
a winding road approach the hill. This winding road is going the hill, and at the bottom of this, the village is there, and there both the sides were what? Wood. Wood means forest.
Village.
You remember about that? Yes. At the bottom stood the village. The whole scene lay in the bright, clear light of the early morning. Now the whole scene he can see where is the village and what type of road we came in the night. Now he's looking. The people who worked at the fair still lay in their cars and tents, and the people who worked in the fairground.
Fairground.
Now they were just sleeping in their cars and tents. Some were sleeping in their tents and some were sleeping in their cars. Cars means just like this is called cart. This is cart. This is type. Not you can say vans or something. This is just cart. Simple. These are wheels, just like they can move it. Okay, without any engine. These were the cart was like that. It can be on the top covered. It can be just plain also. It can be just like this also. I can't draw it properly, but I'm showing it. So what is cart? So some were sleeping in their own carts, and some were sleeping in their tent, and were silent and still as death. And they were so silent and still. Why? This is just like death. They were just sleeping, that they were dead bodies, because they were in a very deep sleep. After tiring, they were tired. So that's why their sleep was like that. That just they are the dead body. They can't see anything, except when an occasional snow revealed their presence. Only some of them were snoring. They were doing the snoring.
Yes.
Most people, when they sleep, they snore. Not all, but some of the people. So some of the noises of the snoring were coming only. Otherwise, there were dead silence. But now you understand? One of their many dogs started barking under a cart, and one of their many dogs started barking under a cart. Under a cart means either a dog, something like that. जो भी है, I can't draw the dog, but I can show you. The dogs हो हैं, cats हैं, they always sit. You have not seen the cart, but you can see the
Cars,
cart, and
van.
and the vegetable seller, he is having also a cart. So under that cart, normally, okay,
Yes.
the dogs and cats sleep there. Okay, but quickly lay down to sleep again. And nobody saw him. Only the dog saw. Only the dog saw. The haymaker went on in silence, though not noticing the birds singing in the hedges, or nor the sound of the sheep bells. Sheep, when in the morning when the sheep goes, they were having the bell in their neck, and then when they go, the ton ton ton, the noise of the bell come. Okay, now are you following me?
Yes.
And the singing of the bird appealed to the person, but as he was very sad, so that's why he was not paying attention to the singing of the bird. Otherwise the singing of the bird is very attractive and very pleasant to hear, but he was not giving any attention. Why? Because he was very sad. That's why. When he reached a lane a mile from the scene of the previous evening, when he reached a lane. Now, when he moved from there, he reached another street, and he put down his basket. Basket of what? Basket of tools.
Tools.
Okay, and basket of tools, and just lean. Lean means lean at the gate. Gate में जैसे इस तरह lean करना. Okay, गेट के पास lean. हाँ. He leaned upon a gate. A difficult problem or two occupied his mind. A difficult problem or two was coming in his mind. Problems. What? Did I tell my name to anybody last night? Or didn't I? Did I tell or did I not? He was just thinking about this. Yeah, in the tent, the event happened. I told my wife, so did I tell my name? Then he was asking himself. No, there was nobody. He was just asking himself. And that at last he decided, no, no, I have not. I did not tell my name. He was surprised and annoyed that his wife had thought he was not joking about the sale. He was very annoyed for this. I was so drunk, but Susan was not drunk. So why Susan was believing that I was not joking? He knew that she must have been quite angry with him to do this, and क्या है? कि she must also have believed. He knew that she must have been quite angry with him to do this. When I was telling her, so why she did not ask me not to do this?
Yes.
Okay, actually she asked, but he was drunk. He didn't listen her. He knew that she must have been quite angry with him to do this. And she said, why she was not angry with me at that time? She must also have believed that the sale was legal. He knew how serious she was and how simple. She was so serious and so simple. Okay, why she let me do this thing? And he remembered now that once when he had been drunk, and had said that he would get rid of her. Look at me when I'm explaining you, don't look in that. And had said that he would get rid of her, she had replied that she would not hear him say that many times more before it happened. And she said, she asked him not to do such thing. Even then he did. Yet she knows I do not mean it. When I say that, I do not mean it. I was not actually selling her, but due to the wine and due to the rum which I have
Yes.
taken from the with the in the furmity, that's why I was not in my senses when I did this act.
Yes.
Okay. She wasn't drunk. It just like Susan to behave like this. Her quietness has done me more harm than the bitter step. And his quietness is more harmful. Is giving me more harm. Is giving me more pain. Harm and is giving me more pain. His behavior. If she went quietly with the sailor without scolding me. She should angry with me, so she just went quietly with the sailor, and this is very painful for me. Now you start reading from here, and I'll ask the questions to whether you understood or not. Start reading.
The morning sun was pouring through a gap between the
Yeah,
canvas
no, not like the morning sun was pouring through a gap between the canvas sheet of the tent.
The morning sun was pouring through a gap between the canvas sheets of the tent. When the man awoke, it was very warm and a single big blue fly buzzed musically round and round. Besides the buzz of the fly, there was not a sound.
Was there any sound when you awoke?
Yes, there was a big blue fly.
Just just say you can bee was flying
Yes,
and making sound
and
round and
making
round. When
sound
it was moving, it was
musically
flying. It was flying. Then the sound was coming buzz like this. Okay.
Besides the buzz of the fly, there was not a sound. He looked about at the benches, at the tables, and his basket of tools.
Yes.
Among them, he saw a small shining object
Ah.
and picked it up. It was his fife ring, a confused picture of the event.
No. Just wait. Now, when he awoke from the sleep, so what did he see in the tent?
He
Just
looked at the benches, at the tables,
huh?
and his basket of tool. Among them, he saw a small shining object and picked it up. It was his wife ring.
Yes, this is so. Now start again. A confused picture of the events.
A confused picture of the events of the previous evening seemed to come back to him, and he put his hand into his pocket. The rustling sound of paper reminded him of the sailor banknotes he had put there.
What did he find in his pocket when he put his hand in the pocket? What did he find?
He
found
found rustling of banknotes paper.
rustling means the new. They were not what
Yes,
new.
correct.
They were just making like this.
Yes.
Okay.
The second, this second proof of his dim memories was enough.
Now,
He knew they were not dreams. He remained seated looking at the ground for some time. I must put things right as soon as I can, he said deliberately.
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 Huh.
As though he could not, as though
he could not catch.
he, no,
He could
he
not
could
catch
not
his
catch his
thoughts.
unless he spoke them.
Huh.
She's gone. Gone with that sailor who bought her and little Elizabeth Jane.
Huh. How he said? He was feeling
Uh,
happy or sad,
sad.
about the. He was feeling
was
sad.
feeling sad.
How he said? She's gone. Just repeat it. She is gone.
She's gone. Gone with that sailor who bought her.
Who bought her? Say, okay. Now start from here.
I remember now. We walked here and I had firmity.
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 Yeah.
With rum in it. Open air.
Yes.
Here the man.
What did he do? He opened
Yes.
the flap
Opened
of
the
the
flap
tent and went out.
and
Okay.
went out.
Okay. Here the man.
Here the man looked around with gloomy curiosity.
Yes.
The freshness of the September morning made him feel better.
Now, when he went out, how did he feel?
He feel better.
He felt better. When he went out in the open air, he felt better. Now, read again. Go ahead.
Winding road approached the hill, and there were some woods
Huh.
on one side of it. At the bottom stood the village.
Yes.
The whole scene lay in the bright clear light of the early morning sun.
Huh.
The people who worked at
What about the winding road? What do you mean by the winding road?
winding road like this.
Like this. Good. Okay. The ठीक है ठीक
The
है.
people who worked at the fair still lay in their carts and tents
हाँ.
and were silent and still as death,
Yes.
except when an occasional snow revealed their presence. One of their
When they were sleeping, so
when they were
हाँ,
sleepers,
what type of
they are
some of them were
some of them were snoring.
very good. And snoring means what?
Like
Very good, very good.
one of their men dogs started barking from under a cart,
हाँ.
but quickly
In the same way as you have this vegetable sellers, they have also cart, and when they go to their home. You have seen after finishing it, and in the night, most of the cat and dog they sit under that cart. Understand? Yes. Now go ahead.
The dog was the only one to see the
Haymaker. हाँ.
leave the wedding prayers fairground.
Did anyone see when he was leaving the fairground? Did anyone see him?
Yes, the dog was seen.
Only dog. Nobody saw him. The
Yes.
dog was what? You can say that nobody saw. Only
Nobody saw, only
one
dog.
dog. Okay. Now go.
The haymaker went on in silent thought, not noticing the birds singing
Speak
in the
loudly.
hedges, nor the sound of the sheep bells. When he reached
Why was he not noticing about the singing of the birds and this? Why he was not noticing?
because he was sad.
Very good. Because he was sad. Very good.
A
Yes.
mile from the scene of the previous evening, he put down his basket and leaned upon
A gate.
a difficult problem or two occupied his mind.
Occupied.
Occupied his mind.
Occupied.
Occupied.
Yes.
Did I tell my name to anybody last night, or didn't?
और didn't I? हाँ ठीक है didn't I और didn't I? हाँ didn't I? सही है.
He said to himself, and at last decided that he had not.
What did he think about that?
He think about that.
He thought
He thought about that.
okay.
He didn't. He didn't.
No, he decided that. What he was thinking? He was thinking that I have told my name or not.
Yes.
That. And what he decided then himself?
He didn't.
Yes, no. Go ahead.
He was sad.
He said himself to himself. अच्छा he was yeah. Okay. हाँ ठीक है. He said to himself.
And at last decided that
he had not. Okay. He was surprised.
He was surprised and annoyed that his wife had thought he was not joking about the sale.
Yes.
He knew that she must have been quite angry with him to do this. She must also have believed that the sale was illegal. He knew how serious she was.
And how simple. What he was thinking about his wife? Was she simple?
Thinking about his wife, he knew that she must have been quite angry.
No. What type of wife was? She was simple and?
She was simple and quite angry.
नहीं, quite angry. You are going wrong. He was surprised and annoyed that his wife had thought that he was not joking about the sale, and he knew that she must have been quite angry. But I was just asking you, what he was thinking about his wife. His wife was believing him. Believing नहीं होना था उसको. She should not have believed about that. Okay, now go ahead.
He knew how serious she was and had been.
This I was asking. What type of woman she was? She was very simple and. Come on.
And
simple and serious. Simple and serious. I was asking this question. Okay, now go ahead.
And he remembered now that once when he had been drunk and had said
that he would get rid of her. She had replied
that she would not hear him say that many times more before it happened. Yet She knows I do not. About until I find her.
Yes.
Why didn't she know better than to cause me the disgrace?
He was saying कि why she believed me.
Yes.
क्या I was serious to sell her. But this is the main thing.
He
Yes.
thought she wasn't drink.
हाँ.
It's just like Susan to behave like this. Her coldness has done me more harm than bitterest temper.
हाँ, बिटरेस्ट टेम्पर के मतलब जो है दैट विल बी मोर हार्मफुल. हर क्वाइटनेस वाज मोर हार्मफुल फॉर हिम, गिविंग मोर पेन टू हर.
Yes.
If she was shouting or something, then it won't give him any pain. But this gave him more pain when she went quietly with the sailor without uttering a word, without scolding him, and she went quietly with the sailor. This was very painful for the haymaker. Now, this here, did anyone see him leaving the ground?
Yes, the dog was
Only the dog.
only the dog
Only the
was
dog.
seeing.
What did he decide? Did he decide to find his wife?
He yes
He decided.
he decided to find his wife.
Good. Okay, now do one thing. Okay, do the question answer and show it to me tomorrow. Okay.